I love that intro. What's up, everyone? Dan here, Crypto Capital Venture, May 23rd, 2018. What a week it's been so far. A roller coaster ride that you've probably been on. I mean, if you're watching this video, I'm sure you've been on it. But here we are. We're hanging in there. All things are good. And I want to point out something very important at the beginning of this video. Obviously, we'll talk about Litecoin. But I really want to highlight something that you may have missed. It might have gotten lost in all of the panic going on. And unfortunately, because it's a huge piece of news. Here we go. Eric Brown from Aliant, Payments, Crypto Crew. Thank you guys for being patient. Awesome news going into a holiday weekend. One of the major players in the payment industry, iPayments Inc., partnering with Aliant Payment for crypto payments. I mean, iPayments Inc., maybe you've never heard of them, but we're talking 137,000 merchants in their network, as well as $26 billion processed every year in payments on board. Finally, this is kind of, I don't know, maybe a month or so, a month and a half in the making, and it was announced today, and it might have gone unnoticed, and I wanted to point it out at the beginning of this video because it's big news. It's important. It's a doorway being opened, and it's another foot forward in this march that we've been in Litecoin adoption. So congratulations if you're out there and invested in Litecoin. It's a win because if you're invested, especially long term, you're in this for the long game. So let's jump in. Let's talk about Litecoin a little bit. Really, there's really one thing I want to talk about. We can look at indicators, we can do all that good stuff, but right now we're sitting back and we're watching. And I'm actually I want to point out a tweet I had earlier this morning. It was not this morning, this afternoon, around noon Eastern. I said today should be interesting to watch. Months of charting and tracking this, and we'll either bounce, creating new higher low, or create new low below $109. And I put in parentheses, that would be bad. That would be bad. I don't know where we were. I'm not sure what the price was when I posted that, but let's see. It was $117 when I posted that. So right now we're a little bit up, but it's true. That's what we're looking at right now. We're either going to create a new higher low, which would be a good thing, or we're gonna break a previous low. So let's look at it. Here's the pattern. And I'm gonna get rid of the triangle. It can definitely become distracting, but there it is. We have these lower highs, we have these higher lows, and here we are right now with this current possible new higher low, which would not be the end of the world in this consolidation pattern that we have in this continuation pattern of this triangle. So let's look at it on the daily. There it is on the daily. It paints a pretty obvious picture. We have lower highs, higher lows, and I want to point something out. I want to be very transparent. I want to be blunt about this because I know I actually get called out on this often. We've been tracking this pattern for months, and I understand as we form these lower highs, we always look for that next lower high. So when we were right around this one, we thought we had that next lower high formed, and we could put it there. I mean, this could have proved to have been true. And this could have been our breakout area right there. However, what happened is we had a new lower high, and there it is. You see it on the screen. We don't need lines to see that. And there it is. And so as we track, as we watch this consolidation, this is what happens. You can't predict when these continuation patterns are going to form and exactly how they're going to form, but we watch it. What we watch for is for it to break, and it hasn't yet broken. So when we talk about breaking, what would that look like? Well, as a really strong example, it would look like breaking this 109. Then there's no longer really this continuation pattern, this triangle in play anymore. As if we break that 109, then we're really, we're in a tough spot and we're having a different conversation. So that's where we are right now. And I want to zoom in on the 4-hour as we watch to see if we create a new higher low, or if we actually break this previous low. So right now on the 4-hour, I actually also tweeted this earlier. It was a pretty strong 4-hour candle that we had, and we didn't have it on Bitcoin, I don't believe, right there. really slowed down that bleeding that we were having, and now we've kind of traded somewhat sideways. We're at 121 now, but who knows what's going to happen tonight? We're very close. We're very, very close to this 109 area. So I really don't know. All that I know is that this is an extremely volatile channel that we're in right now. As you can see back here, going back into the end of March, early April area. Extremely volatile, but also a lot of support here. If we're going to get support, it's right around where we are right now. So keep an eye on it, because if it breaks, things can get kind of crazy and things can get kind of depressing fast. So please be aware of that. And as we enter into this area, be careful. It's very important to be careful. I've mentioned in a video, I think last week, in this channel down here, especially under 110, I'm not really going to be doing much buying. I'm going to be watching, because if we break that channel, if we break under 100, things could get a little bit dicey. I mean, they're already dicey, but so right now what I'm looking at is I just want to see what happens. I mean, we're in the same boat. I'm not here as a predictor of things. I'm with you, and we're all in this together. No matter if you're trading this, no matter if you're long on this, no matter if you bought up here at 300 or if you bought, 2 years ago. I don't know where you are, but right now what I can say is if we go back to the daily, and we actually, if I can open this up, let me see. Let's open up the stock RSI. You can see it. Look at that. Very oversold. We've seen a lot of resistance kind of in this oversold area. And the question is, are we going to make another run back to kind of get out of this dicey zone that we're in? Another thing I do want to point out is you can see us even on the weekly stock RSI. We're heading actually back down into that oversold area. And on the RSI, I want to point out we really haven't kind of creeped down into this 40 area on the weekly RSI. But it will be interesting to watch as if we approach this 110 area and maybe that 100 area. Hopefully not. I'm just saying, if we head down towards this 40, we haven't traded below 40 on the RSI on the weekly charts in over 2 years, and this would be part of that story that we talk about. If we create a new low, right, and we break this pattern, we start talking about a bear market, that's when we're going to see it's been over 2 years since we've been under this 40 line. So it's something to look out for, especially where we are right now in support. We need to hold where we are, and that's it. I'm sorry if that's not reassuring to you. You might want some reassurance from me, but I'm here with you. Everybody, the whole market, the whole world is sitting back waiting to see what happens. But we had a nice close on that 4 hour, like I mentioned, and there's a lot of support here. So hopefully we hold. Hopefully we form a new higher low here, right? And this continuation pattern continues, and there it would be. That's something like that. That was me drawing a pretty terrible line, but that's what I'm looking at right now. I don't know what you're looking at, but there's a ton going on. I hope you're hanging in there through all of this. As always, don't spend more than you can afford to lose. Be patient with the market, because it requires patience. This isn't the first time we've dipped. We've dipped here. We've kind of maintained patience there. We've maintained patience here. The only difference is these long wicks were nice signs. Also was nice to have that support on this EMA, the 50 EMA. And I'm sorry, the 200 EMA. And then we also kind of started seeing support here at the 200 EMA, and we've lost that for now. So that's a little concerning as well. But we are where we are now. Hang in there. Please hang in there. We'll see what happens. I just wanted to touch base with you today, kind of let you know what I'm keeping an eye on. I've been extremely busy just working in the crypto space, trying to recruit some good engineers. And I wanted to take some time to try and do a quick video for you. But I really do appreciate all of you. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I would love to have you as part of the channel. As always, I will see you in the next video, and God bless.